This is the Fat Electrician, a YouTuber who just so happens to be a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu coach. And this is PewView. He might have superpowers, I just can't prove it. And this is me. I'm a 25-year-old father of two who decided he's gonna document becoming hard to kill. Long story short, I saw a video where a predator described how he chooses his victims.
If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child.
And I quickly realized I am not a threat. Fixing this all of a sudden became the most important task of my life. And I have no doubt that I'm going to achieve this. I might be delusional, but I figured I'd take it one step further and I'm just gonna put it on the internet. So I started posting on Instagram and my second video blew up. I woke up to hundreds of messages from dads and other young men joining the journey with me. And as I was going through them, I saw a message from the Fat Electrician offering to teach me Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. And then he just sprinkled in there that PewView was gonna teach me how to shoot firearms. I'm not sure if they thought I wouldn't do it, but I did. I drove 7.5 hours to and from, and it was worth every single minute. However, don't you think even for a second that I went there just for fun? And it was fun, but I started this trip with two goals in mind. Fix my shooting because something is wrong, and to learn some fundamentals of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, specifically in my gi. I just got it a day before leaving for this trip, so I was just excited. And that's exactly what we did. Once we got to the Fat Electrician's house, we immediately hit the range. We started off watching a few of the guys shoot PewView's new AR-15, which I guess just has recoil turned off.
It doesn't even move.
I still don't know how it works. And then while we were recording the intro for the Pepperbox channel, I explained to them that I have shot firearms before. I just haven't shot my own as much as I should have, like probably 2 times. And the couple times that I did shoot, it was probably completely wrong. That said, we started off with pistols. They set me up 7 yards away because this is a good benchmark of how far a threat may be if I ever had to defend myself. Then to get an idea of my grouping, I shot 5 rounds. And like every other time I've shot, I was having problems keeping the pistol stable. And I would notice that every time I would pull the trigger, I could literally see the pistol move. PewView, since he has superpowers, looked at my grouping, then walked over and gave me some feedback on how I was holding the pistol, which I would have never guessed how to correctly hold a pistol. And then we did it again. Immediately, my grouping got so much better. I felt like I could shoot a quarter just over and over and over again. So we shot some more, and then eventually I practiced double tapping, which was really fun. And then I got to shoot an MP5, which I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty sick. Once we got done with that, it was my turn to shoot PewView's Magic AR-15. And I admit, I was still in disbelief after hearing some of the other guys say that it just doesn't move. And then I got to shoot it. I don't think I will ever get to shoot a rifle like this again. I hope I'm wrong, but that thing is crazy. Just like my pistol, I needed some coaching on my form, and I was always under the impression that the stock was to be fully extended. Turns out I'm wrong.
Tuck in your right arm a little bit into you, and then push your shoulder into it. There you go.
He corrected that as well, and immediately I felt so much better shooting. The lessons I learned at this range will be carried with me throughout the rest of my life. I also may or may not be developing an addiction to shooting firearms. So I just want to master it now. Consider this my application to be PewView's sidekick. Stay tuned. And before we left, I wanted to see Quinn's reaction to shooting that AR-15. I think he liked it.
That was a lot of fun.
So we shot for a little longer, and then it was time for Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
All right, now what?
Close it out and go choke it.
And like I said earlier, I was particularly excited to practice in the gi. To show me the power of using the gi against me, Fat Electrician immediately put me in a bow and arrow choke.
All right.
Again.
Bow and arrow choke.
Sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Grab the pants. You're gonna come here. Okay, I'm gonna shift my hips. Come up, hook your arm.
I couldn't even talk.
So you started, you just done no-gi so far?
No-gi, all no-gi.
Okay,
Yeah. So
it's different, it's gonna be slower. It's easier to control people
So
because
much
you're
more
covered
things
in
to grab,
handles.
too.
There's more things to grab. So
yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if you could tell, but I couldn't talk. I was trying. My throat was not working. Right then and there, I went into learning mode. And Nick coached me on a couple of different moves, and you could just tell that I had so much to learn.
boom, boom, boom. Okay, you're in here, you're pushing. That's good. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Sit back on your heels a little bit more. Okay, this is where you're gonna be like we're fighting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in. I can go under. It usually helps a little bit because I'm gonna break both grips at once.
Yep.
Okay. What I want to do is I want to pull across.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna shimmy my hips out. I want to grab your lat. Okay.
It's kind of small.
Now, it's my arm holding you down right now. My arm's gonna burn out fast if I try to hold you down like this, okay? So what I'm gonna do is now that I have this grip so you can't sit up, now it's safe to unlock my guard for a second. I'm gonna unlock my guard, pivot my hips to the side, and I'm gonna relock my guard, but see how this leg came up really high? Yep. Now all my weight is on that leg, and that's really what's holding your weight down now, so I don't burn my arm out, okay? Right. So, there's a couple different options that you have as the guy on top in this position. This is called closed side.
Yeah.
Okay. You can sit back or you can lean in. So we're just gonna say you drive in like a wrestler.
Okay.
I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna plant my foot to block your leg.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna pull you on top of me, rotate you over. I'm gonna take full mount.
And you still have my arm.
I still have your arm stuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up on my arm bar you.
Yeah. And then my new friend Calvin started to teach me how to do collar drags.
All right. So people are going to grab you, right? It's way different. So
So grab. Yeah, cool. If I just push out, like I'm not a big dude, I'm 160 pounds.
All right.
I can't bench press enough to break that.
Yeah.
So you got to go where it's weak,
Uh-huh.
which is straight up. Okay. You don't even worry about knee.
Okay.
Just put yourself down and push that out.
Whoa, yeah.
Versus like hold on.
Yeah.
Way hard because you're pulling against a hook. Now we have gi, so we're gonna break this off because we're probably gonna lose grip fight. You're new. That's fine.
Yeah.
1, 2. The big difference, right,
Yeah.
is high collar grip. I control.
Yeah.
Dog collars around the neck. Control around the neck. If I pull you here, what's that?
You're going down here.
Nothing, right? Up here,
Yeah.
it's everything.
Yeah.
So if you get good at like proactive, they grab like faster the better.
So you're reacting to it quicker.
Yeah,
'Cause you're-
I,
yeah.
I'm like reposing.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I'm not going to initiate grips.
Yeah.
So you grab, I break it before it's.
And then you already have, because you broke it so fast, you already have it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. 1, high grip, low grip's no control. High grip's everything.
Okay.
Here and I whip down here.
Yeah.
I
I should have post right there, right?
You did great.
Okay.
I don't want to fall because I just pulled bottom.
Yeah.
I want to fall to my elbow, and now I can come into like a single or something.
Yeah.
Pull me through. Yes, just like that.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Okay.
And then to finish everything off, Nick demonstrated what he describes as a simple move.
Okay, so entry level move, you'll catch on to it right away. De La Hiva, so I'm gonna come up here with the collar grip, boom, 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 boom. Foot on the inner thigh, I'm gonna wrap my foot around like a snake. I'm gonna grab his ankle, I'm gonna scoop my butt tight. Okay, now I'm gonna take this leg like a gas pedal, I'm gonna push it straight forward, and then I'm gonna smack this hand to the mat as hard as I can. It's gonna force him to plant both of his hands so he doesn't fall on his face. Okay, so I'm gonna come here, boom, boom. He's gonna have to stand back up. When he comes to stand back up, I'm gonna plant, I'm gonna spin this leg this way, and then I'm just gonna do something called a Grammy or a Baramola, right? So he comes down. I'm gonna come right here.
Okay.
Okay, you got that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Right. Once we finished BJJ, it was time for dinner, which I didn't record because I really just wanted to be present in the moment. And all like 10 of us watched the Sean Strickland fight, which that was my first UFC fight. It was pretty crazy. And then we went back to our hotel. We were going to lift weights in the morning, but I'm not gonna lie, I woke up so late because I was so sleep deprived. But we did get to have one more conversation, and I think this conversation just made the trip.
Well, thanks for the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the shooting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Have you come back in like a year
Yeah,
after you train
yeah,
more?
yeah.
We'll compare and contrast the results.
I want that to be contractual though. I want that to be like I have to have results that you're like, yeah, you can come back. You know, like because I want to earn it. I want to earn it. I want to come back.
We're gonna check in a year. It's a deadline.
Yeah, it's a deadline. Yeah.
So
and then,
in a year, we'll roll hard.
Yeah,
so now you have to train.
what do you mean hard? We weren't doing it hard yesterday.
We were playing around.
You were playing around. I was giving it my all. Outside of that, I want to ask everybody that I meet on this journey that has something to offer. Is there anything, any message you want to leave me with to take continuing on? Is it
Like to you specifically or to your audience?
Just audience, me. I'm gonna take it no matter what you say. But like as you know, I'm trying to be as coachable as possible. So
I got you.
Yeah.
So I'll give one for both.
Okay.
Well, kind of both the audience, but one specifically at you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch him, the biggest thing he does is he's actually coachable. He'll ask good questions on like, hey, why do we do this? But it's never like, I like doing it this way more. I like doing that way more. It's there's still some, even if it's not your preference. Like if I show you a way to do an arm bar or a way to hold a particular gun, it doesn't mean it's 100% the right way to do it. But there's still value in learning it and doing it a particular way, and then you at least know it's not the way you want to do it.
Somebody who has more experience than you do.
Exactly. So like you're very coachable, both in the jiu-jitsu we did and the firearms stuff that you did. Like you're one of the most coachable people I've ever come across.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
And that's like I've coached hundreds of people at Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I've coached, probably 20, 30, 50 people at firearms, and like you're very much like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna learn everything. So you just come with like the good attitude of like, I'm not an expert, and even if this person isn't an expert, which I'm not an expert at jiu-jitsu or firearms by any extent, but I do know more than you, and you recognize that, and you're like, okay, we're gonna learn as much as we can from this
whatever
person.
you tell me to do, I'm doing. Yeah.
So you're super coachable. I think that's a great quality that you have. So I think you're gonna get really good at whatever you try really fast. And then, as I'm sure you figured out with your explosion on social media, I get asked a lot, like, how do you start doing YouTube? Because everybody has something they're passionate about that
And
they want to do
that's
social media
I'm trying
for.
to make. Is
Exactly.
Short form's cool, but I want to like actually document this, and 1 minute's not enough.
Exactly. And I'm sure you'll have the same response. Like the best way to start doing this kind of stuff is to literally just start doing it.
Start doing it, yeah.
Everybody's kind of like, well, I don't have a $3,000 camera and I don't have this and I don't know how to do that. And it's like, just start and you'll figure it out along the way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you probably don't have the best equipment that you want yet, but like you're gonna build to it and you're gonna get to it, and like you're doing great already. And you probably started off your cell phone was your first video.
Yes,
like
sir,
that's where I started too. Like I started making TikToks on my cell phone, and then it grows from there. So you just have to start, just like with, you know, your fitness journey. Like a lot of people have the attitude of like, well, I need to get in shape before I go do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. It's like, no, you don't. Like, I'm not in that great of shape. I'm pretty good at Jiu Jitsu.
By an 11-year-old. So we know, and then like even the equipment, I 100% agree. I did graphic design, like I don't even want to do graphic design, but I was like, I will at least get a camera. Like, so I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, if you're curious. And people get so many compliments. So I'm like, I'm going to use this until I can justify getting like an FX30. And I don't think you have to have the best stuff. Like this is like maybe a third of the price of some of the cameras that other people are saying that they need. Yeah. You know, so.
But I mean, I think there's a lot to be said with pretty much anything, and like just starting, you know, whether it's jujitsu, lifting weights, just getting in shape, doing content.
Make the video. If there's something that you think you could do better, don't make that the reason that you don't post a video. Post a video and do it better on the next one.
Yeah, it's a crazy notion, but like doing stuff makes you good at doing stuff.
So that's controversial, man.
Best way to get good at it is to actually do it. Everybody thinks they need to be, you know, well, I need to go be an expert in it before I even show up to class or before I start making content. It's like nothing in life works that way. Just start doing it. You'll meet people that'll help you along the way, and it's all part of the journey.
That's like the center of this all. Is like I'm not good at firearms. I'm not good at combat sports.
Yeah, but you're gonna be.
Yeah, but I know I'm going to be, and that's why I'm going to keep on doing it.
Exactly.
And, so that's why I'm posting every every week probably on long form, but it's gonna be a library of like whatever result I have a year from now. You're gonna be able to go back and just see the scrawny me, you know, hanging around with these guys and getting put in bow and arrows against my will. So that one was
for now.
Too much. Yeah, for now.
For now, until you catch up to me, then I'll have a problem.
I'll put you in a bow and arrow a year from now. Yeah,
that's the goal.
Cool, man. Well, again, thanks for having us.
Man,
We're
absolutely.
Get on home. Got a long drive ahead of us. So
sounds good. See you guys later.
And you know, after finishing that interview, I won't lie, I got a little bit emotional. You know, I've seen both Pewview's and the Fat Electrician's videos before, and you sort of just assume that's like all you're ever going to see of them. But all it took was me committing to a journey and not being afraid to embarrass myself in front of everybody for Nick to literally invite me to his house and set me up with a good foundation for the journey ahead of me. I cannot put into words how thankful I am. And if you guys are watching this, just know you changed the direction of my life. Between the actual coaching and the conversations we had about content direction, so that way I can actually document this correctly, I feel so good about this journey. And while I love the sudden growth on Instagram, I truly want to capture all the emotions, the hard moments, the lessons learned, and I just cannot fit that into short form content. There's still going to be clips over there, but the real content's going to be here. This channel will serve as an archive of the journey ahead of me, and the bookshelf behind me will slowly be filled with souvenirs about the lessons learned along the way. I did get a hat directly from Nick, but I may or may not have given it away to someone who was a huge fan, and then I gave the other one to Quentin so that way he has something to remember the trip by, so I'm just going to order another one. That said, if you want to support and follow the journey and actually see me become more proficient in firearms, better at combat sports, while also fixing my body and my mind, the best way to do this is to subscribe to the channel. I've got so many ideas for videos, and I am prioritizing making them better each time so that way you guys walk away with something too. I hope that this journey continues to inspire other men and fathers to actually take responsibility of the state that they're in and change your life. Do it for your family. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.